Hello everyone, I welcome you to a new episode here on my YouTube channel. In this episode I want to talk about breathing. I want to talk about why people have problems with breathing and what are they doing wrong. With giving you more insights about that, I also maybe want to give you some tools or some tricks how to change that going forward, how you can train that in a pool, and how you can improve your breathing, that you can actually last longer than just one length. So the main thing in breathing is on land is very simple. I mean, you breathe in and you breathe out. And you do it through your mouth or your nose and whatsoever. So we do it subconsciously. Our body's trained to do it. No one has told you ever how to breathe. We just do it. But as soon as we get into the water, most of the people have struggled with that. They stop breathing. They stop breathing out. Why is that? As soon as their nose fills up with water, they stop breathing on the water. Mostly that happens when they look down onto the ground of the pool. And then the water goes into your nose and then they stop breathing. How to change that? As in swimming, with all technical things, you need to train it over and over and over again. And breathing is one of the key points, because if you don't do it properly, you will never have the chance to swim properly. It is a crucial thing. So what you can do is you just breathe in above the water, go down into the water and breathe out as often as you can. You can still do your drills afterwards, which you learned in a course or anything else. You can still do that afterwards, but do it on a regular basis so you get used to breathe out on the water, which is a main part about it. Another thing would be take the board, do kicks with the board in front of you and just breathe out, come up, breathe in, breathe out, come up, breathe in. So let's say you went to a course, you learned your kicks, you have gotten the main things about the techniques in freestyle. And you also have no problems with breathing out on the water, but you still don't pass this 1 time 25 or 50 meter or 25 yards distance. Always at the end of the pool, you get to the problem where you need to stop. Why is that? Most of the people will, as soon as they turn their head into the water and they breathe out, they actually breathe out first, then for as long as they do the stroke, they stop breathing out. Mainly they concentrate on other things, on the kicks, on the arms, where is my arm position, or do I need to do catch up or whatsoever. So they stop breathing, and when they come out, when they realize, they need to go and get new fresh air, they turn their head and then they say, I still have some air in my lung, which I didn't breathe out while I was down there. And then they quickly want to breathe out all the air which is left, so they're ready to breathe in again. So that is most likely. So they go in, then they stop, and then before they go out, it's like, problem is, you will never, with that part, you will never be able to breathe out everything which is in your lung, which you should actually breathe out, and you will never be able to breathe in as much air which you need for a fresh new lung to do a proper stroke again. And then the problem is always a bit of used air or old air stays in your lung and will get more and more and more over time. Let's say 100% is your lung capacity. When they do that the first time, they go in, they stop breathing, they go out, they want to breathe out quickly and breathe in quickly again. So let's say 20% stays of the old air. And then they do that again, then 25% stays. At the end of the pool, when you touch the wall, they need to get up and breathe out. Breathe out all the used air and breathe in new fresh air. And that is the main problem. So most of the people don't use our natural mechanism in our body to actually do all that within the stroke technique. Let's say you breathe every second time, and then you want to swim your length, but you have still that problem when your head goes into the water, you stop breathing out, and before you raise your head, breathe out all the used air and want to breathe in fresh air. What I do when I swim is, when I turn my head down, I start breathing out through my mouth and my nose at the same time. And I breathe out all the air until it's finished. Like until there is nothing. And then I do it in that time when I come to the second stroke and I need to lift my head again. What happens inside our body is when I turn my head down and I start breathing out, my lung shrinks, and inside my body, the membrane below your lung will create a vacuum. And when I come to the moment when I need to breathe in again and my lung is empty, this vacuum will have enough power and enough drag that I can breathe in enough air for the whole lung. And then I do every single time. For me, it's like breathing while I'm outside, while I'm here, when I'm talking to you on camera. But for other people, again, it's not the normal thing. So, how to train that? It needs to be also subconsciously, because for me, it's now subconsciously. When my head is in water, I breathe out. If you head over to Instagram and try to see my underwater videos, see carefully. I breathe out every time when my head is underwater. I do it all the time. And this is subconsciously. I train my body that he do it no matter what. I know for people who learn how to swim or maybe swim for a long time but never really master the whole swimming, this will always be something which you need to train consciously so it gets into the subconscious part. There are some things which you can do to help yourself. Mainly, you can train the breathing when you do drills, kicks, and then afterwards you start to swim normally and try to do it normally. Reason being, when you do kicks, you have nothing to worry about or nothing to think about than your kicks. But you hold the board, I'll give my board, you hold the board with one hand in front of you, and when you swim, you breathe to the side. So you go in and you breathe out until the lung is empty. And when you need to have fresh air, you turn your head and breathe in. And you train that over and over again. And then you can evolve from that. Then do it with one arm, and then do it on the other side with the other arm. Then do some sort of, call it double catch-ups, like 2 arms on the right side, 2 up on the left side. And then you do catch-up and learn how to breathe, and only do your stroke when you need air. So you keep your head in front of you and do catch up, for example, and you only go when you need air. So you breathe out until your whole lung is empty. You will realize if you practice that over time and over an extended time, you will be better at it. You do it subconsciously. You don't need to think about it. There are other tools to learn how to breathe or to separate breathing from the normal technique. For example, what I use sometimes is a snorkel. This is a snorkel which we use in swimming. This helps you breathe properly like you're used to. It separates the breathing from other things in water. You can focus on your stroke technique. You can focus on what you do with your strokes. Then there is a second tool. I was approached a couple of weeks ago now, a month ago or something, a bit more than that, by these guys, and they made a power breather. I started using it. The main thing is this part here. So this vent here you can take away. In here, there is a one-way ventile system, is in here. And here as well, on the bottom part. The difference between that and the snorkel is air can come in here, this way, and it goes out this way. As long as you breathe out, these vents up here will close. No water will come in on top. Nothing. I tried it, it really works. Nothing comes in on top. Because it's a one-way street. Then the other thing is, this here will enhance your active breathing. Because here is a one-way vent, you need some pull here on top that this one opens and you can breathe in. And again, you need to breathe out with some push to get the air out again. What happens then? You actively breathe, and it will enhance your lung capacity because of these ventilation system. That's why I like it a lot. I think it's an absolute amazing tool. And especially for people who have problems with breathing, this will help. Try it out and tell me if you like it or not. Again, the amazing part is it enhances your active breathing because of this breathing system in here. This one-way vents on the top, the one-way vents on the bottom. What have we learned now? Important is that you breathe out in the water, no matter what. I know it can be very hard, but trust me, you need to master breathing. I will put in the comments below what snorkel I use and the link to the Power Breather. Have a look at it. I personally will use both. I think both have their advantages and you can really nicely embed it in your training. Yeah, that's it for today. I hope you liked it and I hope you could take some things away from it. I wish you a lot of fun trying out tools and trying out what I just told you. And if you have any questions, just put it in the comments below.